What's up, everybody? Welcome to Counterpoint. I want to speak on the Nolan Wells situation again. When I was growing up, we had comprehension skills and reading tests and hooked on phonics, and there was a lot of things that was being given to us to make sure that we understood what we just read. I don't. I'm sure they still have some kind of testing in the schools that way nowadays, but because of course, they don't read now as much as we did then, maybe not. But they would have a question. They would have a statement like Marcus left his lunch at home when he went to school. His teacher called his mother, and his mother brought his lunch before recess. You have to read that. And then there might be two or three questions like, what was the name of the guy who left his lunch? Who called his mother? What time did his mom get there? Or when did his mom get there? Right? Just to make sure. Marcus was his name. The teacher called his mother. His mother got there before recess. Make sure you can understand cause and effect. Reasoning. Be able to put together a subject based on the information that you was given. See what I'm saying? So I seen a young lady, social media. She had used a video where it looks like a bunch of white boys had dumped this black guy that's supposed to look like Nolan on his neck and on his head. And she's furious and outraged, talking about how can everybody ignore the facts, and it's right there. You see that it's him, you see that it's that, you see. And I'm saying to myself, where's Hooked on Phonics? She was young. Like I said, she seemed like she was in her 20s, and a lot of the ones that you see carrying on with the nonsense definitely seem like they're young. I mean, I'm just telling y'all the truth. It looks like young black women, a lot of them, just not. I hate to single it out, but from what I've seen, so I'm not making this. I'm just saying from what I've seen, it looks like there's a lot of young black women that got involved in this situation, and they're letting their emotions go crazy instead of looking at the information at hand. How can you say that that's Nolan, whoever the guy was, real or fake video, it don't matter. You see them dump him hard on his head, hard on his neck. And the results have already come back that there was no damage like that to his, now the redness in the tissue, yes, but that kind of damage where you just dump somebody directly on top of their head. There's no nobody there's no evidence of that. We have to separate our emotions, and I know we're not gonna do it. I get it. I get that it's social media. I get that we just watch this stuff and we feel any kind of way we want to feel about it. But we have to somehow learn to separate our emotions away from the situation itself. We have to learn the difference between our opinion and a true argument. What's your opinion? Well, I believe them white boys unalive Nolan. It's your opinion, right? What what's your argument? What's your reason to say that? Well, number one, he was there with the white boy. Number two, it's Mississippi. Number three, we known Mississippi is known for doing some grievous things to black folk. And number four, we just tired of it. That's the argument. Okay, fine. Let's use history. Do this area have a history of doing certain things? Okay, yes. Now, what you have to learn how to do: hooked on phonics, comprehension, reading, critical thinking. You have to say just because it happened in a certain place. there's a high, maybe the probability goes higher. So what you do is you take the facts. Okay, we don't trust the facts that white folks give us. Then don't use those. Take the facts that Ben Crump's team and a black pathologist has said. If y'all follow the case, NAACP, the president of it, pretty much has already said the other day, we concede, and I'm paraphrasing, but we concede that more than likely Nolan's death was an accident. However, we're going to continue to blah, 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 blah. That's black folks talking. That's not white folk. That's black civil rights leaders. National Advancement, Association of Advancement of Colored People. That's black folk. Ben Crump, civil rights leader, that's black folk. We concede. That means we give in. You know, you see wrestling, somebody put somebody in a Ford Nelson or a chokehold, and then they tap, 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 they concede. I mean, I was struggling with it before. That's what that means. I was struggling with it. I ain't really believe it. I ain't want to believe it. I'm fighting back. You ain't going to choke me out. They said we concede. We give in. We're starting to believe that more than likely Nolan died an accidental death. You have to separate your emotion from facts. You have to do it. You can't create something in the scene that wasn't part of the scene. Can't do that. See, some of y'all, some of social media would have said, well, he really took his lunch, but somebody stole his lunch. That ain't what the story said. But some of us would have came up with that in social media world. No, he took the lunch on the bus. Somebody stole the lunch. Then you come back to find out the dude don't even ride the bus. He walked to school. See what I'm saying? We be caught up in our emotions. And I believe a lot of this stuff, a lot of our emotions, when we move further, and I know it's not going to be popular, when you move further and further and further and further away from real reading skills and critical thinking skills, all you got left is emotion. What your opinion is. I think it's that way because I think it's that way. Mississippi is a racist state, so it must be that way. Mississippi has the highest per capita population of black people in America. Yes, Mississippi, the most racist state in the world, has the highest population of blacks per capita. More than California, more than Atlanta, more than, Georgia, anywhere, New York, anywhere, Mississippi, the most racist state. That's all I want to say. Gotta get the emotions out, especially before, I'm going to talk about the grand jury on another video, but especially before the grand jury give their determination. We got to get the emotions out. Stick with the facts. And if you don't believe the facts because they come from a white person, use the same facts that come from Ben Crump. His facts says no variation of what he said and what the original people said.